able to see me. Checking in, check. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Happy MPA Monday. Alright, we're going to wait, see who can join in. Hope you guys are enjoying this view and this weather we have today. I'm here at Van Dam State Beach. It's a SMCA, part of the Marine Protected Areas Network. My name is Nikki. I'm going to be doing an MPA Monday talk. Hope you guys are staying happy, healthy, maybe getting outside for a little walk in your neighborhood, getting some of this nice sunshine. Can everyone hear me okay? Hit the like button, comment, ask your questions. If you have any, I'll be sure to answer them, or as many as I can. Just going to wait a few minutes to let some people join in. The topic today is going to be salmon and their life cycle. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone see me? Hit that little like button if you can see me and hear me all right. All right, I'm going to get started in just a few. Thank you guys for being here and joining me. It's a beautiful Monday here at this MPA. This is a state marine conservation area, and that means there's no take of kelp and the resources for the marine protected areas. Even the beach, if you find some seashells or driftwood you want to take home, that's protected within the marine protected area. But there are rules that are allowed for fishing, for recreational. There's no commercial fishing here either. So you can all find those rules if you're an angler on the CDFW website for every marine protected area or where you want to go fishing. Alright, we're going to get started. If you're part of the Mendocino Coast and listening, I know you know a lot about salmon, and we're going to go over a few of the different events in their life cycle, and just talk a little bit more about this amazing animal and their amazing journey along the journey of their life. So, when they start life, they're miles and miles upstream in fresh water, and they start out as alevins, emerging from their eggs, and a little yolk sac from their egg is attached to their belly. They stay in the gravel at this point, and they eat up that yolk sac, helping them grow strong and big. And then after the alevins, or the yoi, the young of the year, are coming from the gravel, and then they become fry. And these animals will blow up their air sacs, their air bladders, and then they'll float on the surface. And then on the surface, they'll start eating little insects, helping them grow, continuing life there. And most salmon, most species like coho, king, sockeye, will spend 1 to 3 years in fresh water in these estuaries and the rivers and the ebbs and the tides, sometimes in the lakes that the rivers flow down into, to grow and stay in the fresh water until they're ready and they're smolting to become part of the ocean. And some salmon, like the pink and the chum salmon up north, will go directly from alevins to fry and start smolting and go directly to the ocean. And the smolting process, do you wonder about that? It's where they change and their adaptations and their appearance changes so that they're more in tune and ready to become part of the ocean ecosystem. Their scales turn silvery in color, and then this is when they start making their way downstream and into the ocean. And from there, they're part of this ocean for 3 to 5 years, staying protected, growing bigger, and sometimes traveling north hundreds of miles away from their native stream where they were born. And then once their biological clock ticks and they are triggered to go back to their native stream where they were born, their sense of smell leads them there. And they have this incredible sense of smell where the females will know exactly where they were born. And they'll swim back up the stream, and the males as well will swim back upstream, smelling the females going up the stream. And sometimes even to the exact same point in that stream where they built their red and where their mom or their parents built their red and they were born. And then the females will start, as soon as they hit fresh water, both males and females as adults will stop eating, and they'll just use their reserves in their body to help them along the way, feed those organs, and help them stay functional until they reproduce. They'll protect their reproductive organs, will use up most of that energy that they have stored up, because that is their final purpose, is to spawn and reproduce. And so when the female finds a spot that is suitable, probably close to the same spot she was born, she'll turn on her side and she'll start kicking her tail really hard against the gravel, removing big rocks, small stones, even debris, to make this depression in that gravel bed. And this is underneath the laminate flow of the swift-moving water, and this is where she can rest and restore herself between kicking and digging in making this red, this little nest for her eggs. And this little ebb that she creates underwater is a little deeper than the rest of the rocks, sometimes like 3 inches, 4 inches deeper. The steelhead will make this crazy big red, and it's all messy and it's everywhere. And it's not really one spot. It can sometimes look like a dinosaur's foot of how she digs the red. And coho will make this cute little pot, sometimes 2 foot by 2 foot, perfectly made, symmetrical, and really like much deeper in the center. We get all this data, and there's actually a fabulous program of scientific aids with the Fish and Game Department that goes upstream, runs up these rivers, and counts the reds, counts the fish, to see the reproduction and how successful the fish are in this fishery. This helps us with a lot of data with creating rules and regulations and predicting how seasons of salmon is going to be in the future. So then once the red is made and the female is ready to release her eggs, the male, the most dominant male, as he comes up the river, his nose will start hooking forward and creating this kite. And this is like a defense weapon for the male to fight off other predators, to fight off other males that are trying to spawn with his female. And he'll fight off those males, and it's kind of a vicious war. And then they'll become almost like zombie-like fish at the end, where they've lost all of their silvery color scales, and then they are not eating anymore. They're kind of wasting away. You might find a scary-looking salmon up the river if you were to hike up there in the winter time. And so once she releases her eggs, simultaneously the male will release his milk and fertilize those eggs. And then the eggs are buried in the deepest part of the red, and the female will cover them up with gravel and protect them from other predators. And other predators include, from the beginning of their run, the seals in the mouth of the river. And then as they make their way up, sometimes otters and bears will be a threat to them. And other fish are a threat as well, because other fish like jacks will try to even eat their eggs that are fertilized in their reds. So they have to protect from so many elements and so many predators. So this is another hurdle they have to face. They not only jump over logs and up waterfalls and find their way all the way back up to their birthplace, but they have to fight off these predators and be aware of them as well. So many elements, and these are amazing creatures to be able to do this. Coho will come up the river in the later part, from like the part of the season where it starts to rain a lot, and the water becomes like a little less clear and it's brown because all that sediment's rolling down the river. That's when they'll swim upstream, because it's a little easier to be disguised in the water when you can't quite see through it. And then the steelhead will start going upriver late December into the January, February is when they'll start running. And then these eggs will become the next population, the next yoy, and that's when their life cycle begins all over again. And just behind me here, this is our state marine conservation area where we have the intertidal zone, the kelp forest ecosystem, and then all of this, the supporters of the salmon and how they make this ecosystem balanced and functional. Then they swim up the river over here in Little River. And Little River is where I was a part of the Fish and Game CDFW scientific aid program for one season, and this is where we would run upstream and find all those fish, count the red, mark the red, even tag them to find out if they're returning to the same spot and make sure we're not double counting. So all of these things are part of our coast on Mendocino, and this is their life cycle. If you guys want to see a few pictures, this is when they are alevins, and this is when they become fry, and then they start smolting over here, and when they're big and adult size in the ocean, and then they start losing that silver color as they come back up the river and lay the eggs again. So this is their life cycle. If you guys have any questions, comments, or interested in learning more, or any fun facts that I might have missed, please leave them in the comment section. Hope everyone's staying happy, healthy. Please let me know if you guys want to hear any other topic for next week on our MPA Monday live stream event. We also have our live stream event on Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday in Hindi Woods, Friday with Kat and the Character, craft corners and other fun topics about her area and her park. My name is Nikki. Thank you guys so much for coming and joining me, learning about the life cycle of salmon. Comment, share, like our page if you want to follow along to come to know about the upcoming events. Please do. We'd love to have you here. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys soon.